the Souls series games. Oh boy.
Oh my god! What? Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, you're probably gonna die a lot. And regardless if it's against witches, knights, or just disgusting monsters, the From Software developers always find unique ways to make their games difficult. But in the desert of desperation and struggle that is the Souls series games, you need an oasis. You need a place of relaxation, a place where no one can hurt you. You know, a place where you can sit by a bonfire without fear of losing your souls for once. Or just a place where you can survive without becoming the victim of a questionable hitbox. And this is where hub areas come into play within the Souls series games. Hub areas act like safe zones for the player. You know, not only that, but they immerse you, let you upgrade, buy new weapons, and much more. But, you know, some hub areas throughout the Souls series have fulfilled these roles much better than others. So today, we're going to be ranking all of the Souls series hub areas from worst to best. Now throughout this video, I'm going to be taking a bunch of things into account, but there are 3 factors that I'm going to emphasize the most for these rankings. These 3 factors include utility of the area, immersiveness of the area, and just flat out appearance of the area. So keep that in mind when I'm ranking these. But before we get into it, if you can consider subscribing and liking the video, I would greatly appreciate it. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. At number 7, we have hands down the worst hub area in the entire Souls series, and that title goes to the dilapidated temple of Sekiro. Now, in all honesty, I feel pretty bad for even putting this hub area on this list, because for those of you who have played all the Souls series games, this hub area hardly even feels like a traditional hub area, and for good reason. I think the nature of Sekiro as a game doesn't even really require you to be here often, and I think that explains why this hub area is just virtually useless. I mean, yeah, you can test out moves and upgrade your prosthetic, but aside from that, it's just pretty useless. Not only that, but the appearance is pretty blah. Like, it's not immersive. I don't know, the hub area just isn't really immersive at all in my opinion. I mean, it's literally just a broken down temple with nothing special about it. So yeah, I don't think many people will be mad at me if I put this at 7th, and that's what I'm gonna do, so don't kill me. At number 6, I have Dark Souls 3's Firelink Shrine. Now first off, in terms of utility, this area is absolutely incredible. I mean, there's so many NPCs, shops, and items. Hell, you can even get to the final boss through this area. But that's about it, to be honest. As you'll see throughout this video, I really prize appearance and immersion when it comes to a hub area. And this hub area is literally just a cave that's separate from the rest of the world. Dark Souls 3's Firelink Shrine is the antithesis to immersiveness, and I don't even want to say its appearance is bad, because it's just like insulting to the word appearance. This hub area doesn't even have an appearance. It's literally just a black cave. Now, of course, Dark Souls 3 is a fantastic game, and most people, including me, have it in the top 3 of the best Souls games ever made. But I can't lie, I think this hub area is terrible, except for its utility. You can do a lot here. Okay, now we get to the good hub areas, or at the very least, the hub areas that I actually somewhat enjoy. So at number 5, I have the Round Table from Elden Ring. In all honesty, maybe my opinion on Elden Ring's Round Table will change the more I play it. I've already beaten the game, of course, but maybe it'll change the more runs I do of the game, because of course Elden Ring pretty much just came out. But yeah, I have it ranked at 5th. The Round Table's appearance is alright in my opinion. It's kind of just a basic ass castle. In all honesty, I don't even know what this hub area actually is. I think I would like it more if you actually had to like walk into a building to get into the Round Table, but instead it's just like a random area that you spawn in with no context as to where it is. And this definitely hurts the immersive element of it. I really wanted to like this area, but every time I walk through here, I'm just kind of left asking questions and feeling empty. And when I say asking questions, I'm not talking about the good type of questions where you're filled with excitement and curiosity. I mean the confusion kind of question. Maybe it's just because you teleport to this random table in the corner of a map with a bunch of random people. I guess I don't know, I just don't really feel immersed when I'm in this area, and then again, I don't really like the appearance too much. As for utility, I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, I can't deny that. You can upgrade weapons, craft armor, buy items, and to be honest, when it comes to the lore, it's pretty good. You get to meet like the fingers, and you get to you essentially gain more information on the world of Elden Ring through the round table and the things that are happening around you. Especially considering that the round table actually changes, especially when you burn through the trees. So it's not a bad hub area, but not that great in my opinion, so I have it ranked 5th. At number 4, I have Firelink Shrine from Dark Souls 1. Now, in all honesty, I almost ranked this below the round table because I thought Firelink Shrine had like terrible utility. I mean, think about it, there's pretty much nothing useful about Firelink Shrine except for like magic-based NPCs. Hell, there's not even like a blacksmith here, you have to go all the way up to Undead Parish. But then I remembered that Firelink Shrine is actually very useful when you're actually like playing the game. And that's because Firelink Shrine acts like a sort of nexus between the areas of the game. The Catacombs, the Undead Parish, the Undead Burg, and the Asylum are all connected through Firelink Shrine. And all those areas lead to more areas. So its utility is actually pretty good. And not only is its utility good, but it's honestly pretty good in terms of immersion as well. I feel much more immersed when I'm in Firelink Shrine than when I'm in the round table of Elden Ring. I think that the music just works wonders for this area and also really sets the tone for the rest of the game. Also, because Firelink Shrine is the area that connects to pretty much most of the areas of this game, you as the player are almost forced always back through here throughout your journey. Your progression as a player is reflected through Firelink Shrine. New NPCs appear, the Firekeeper gets kidnapped, new areas of Firelink Shrine open up, and then you meet From to the Serpent. I mean, I think Firelink Shrine really feels alive the more you play. And do we even need to talk about the music? No, because I already did. But I mean, it's just fantastic. Probably the best hub area theme out of any of the Soul series. As for appearance, honestly, I think it's alright. I mean, it's kinda cool. Exploring the ruins can be kinda fun, but for the most part, I don't think that the strongest part of this hub area is really the appearance. It's more so the raw immersion and the utility. So for that reason, I'm going to rank it 4th. At number 3, we have the Hunter's Dream from Bloodborne. Now remember when I was talking about curiosity, questions, and just general confusion with the round table in Elden Ring? Some of those same questions are present here in the Hunter's Dream, but in a different way. See, Bloodborne's hub area has a very unique element of being a hub area in the player's mind. Now hold on, honestly, I'm not sure if that's what the hub area is, but my point is, this area has a unique factor of just sparking so much curiosity and questions from the player. It ties in so well with the lore and feel of the game. You know what I mean? It's like, what are these white things? Who is this old man in the house? Was he Anzer before? There's just so many random, like, what is this doll? There's so many random questions that you ask when you get into this area, and a lot of the concepts and things that you see tie well, very well, into your actual exploration of the full world of Bloodborne. I also think that the appearance of this area is great. Now honestly, when it comes to appearance, it's pretty subjective, but I don't know, I think that the whitish tint and like the cloudy area and the garden is just so amazing in my opinion. I can stare at this hub area for like hours and hours on end and not get tired of it. But if I had to criticize anything about its appearance and immersion, I would say how small it is. I think maybe they should have added like extra floors to the mansion or just make it bigger. And maybe with it, there could be more clues about what the hell the game is trying to communicate to me. As for utility, I think it's pretty freaking good. Like, there's no doubt about it. You can buy items, weapons, you can upgrade, you can buy armor as well. You can attach blood gems to your weapons. And also, just like Firelink Shrine, the sub-area acts like a sort of nexus to all the other areas in the world of Bloodborne. I mean, you literally have different gravestones dedicated to getting you to different areas. So yeah, I think the sub-area is great. And yes, I do think it is better than Dark Souls 1's Firelink Shrine. And I'm only going to say that because I think it looks better and it's maybe slightly more immersive. But you guys can let me know what you think in the comment section below. But yeah, now on to number 2. At number 2, we have the Nexus from Demon Souls. Now maybe it's not fair to use the remade version of Demon Souls, but I'm gonna do it anyway. The reason I rank the Nexus over the Hunter's Dream is because it has almost the same immersion and utility, but it also has a way better appearance in my opinion. Honestly, I don't even know what to say. This hub area is just absolutely beautiful. Just like the previous 2 entries on this list, the Nexus is, well, literally a nexus between all the areas of Demon Souls. And because of the statues, music, and size, it really adds like a sense of awe when you're here. There are also countless NPCs that offer you items, weapons, and upgrades. And of course, let's not forget But if I had to nitpick and criticize anything about this hub area, I would say that it's almost too big. But yeah, I don't even really have any criticisms with this hub area. I absolutely love this area, especially the strangely satisfying goopy water in the middle that you have to walk through all the time. So now we are finally at number 1, and obviously everyone already knows what it is by process of elimination, and I think we can all agree that this is number 1. Now I know Dark Souls 2 is hated by everyone, but Majula is hands down the best hub area in the entire Souls series. I think it crushes most of the competition here. In terms of appearance and utility and immersion, I don't really think it's that close. I mean, just look at this. Look, bro.
Look at this. Look at this.
It's so beautiful. And I know for the fact that the first time any of us walked through Things Begswood into Majula, we were all like starstruck. The orange tints provides this feeling of like warmth and like a home-like feel. The ocean just sparks curiosity as to like what's out there in the world of Dark Souls 2, and the town below which is filled with NPCs. As for utility and immersion, Majula is like unprecedented. And I'm not going to go over all the other basic stuff like we went over throughout this video, such as like blacksmiths, upgrades, and weapons, because this area definitely has that, just like any of the other good hub areas. Something that Majula does that is so special, and I honestly don't think many of the other hub areas do this, is that it provides a player with things to do without holding their hand. I mean, the hub area doesn't necessarily tell you where to go, but it guides you in the right direction and sparks your curiosity. I mean, there's literally a giant hole in the ground. You have a locked mansion at the back, and you have a locked blacksmith shop. I think these things give the player a natural desire to explore and open up these areas. And of course, just like many of the other Soul series games, Majula has amazing music. Now I can go on and on about how great Majula is, but this video would easily be like 30 minutes. So you guys can tell me what you guys think about Majula. Hell, you can tell me what you think about my rankings as a whole. I know some may think that I put Dark Souls 1's Firelink Shrine way too low, but whatever. But yeah, that's the video. I'm planning on making a video on why I dislike Dark Souls 1 more than the average Souls series fan, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.